I'm turning 30 years old this year, and almost everyone I meet assumes I am a lot younger than that. Partially due to my genetics, but I think a lot to do with the fact that I have taken care of my skin, especially during my 20s. I had pretty bad acne as a teenager, but as I got into my mid to late 20s now, I've really started taking care of my skin and prioritize it. And because of that, I thought it would be useful to share what I do to keep myself looking young, keep my skin looking good as I do age, and I think I've done a pretty good job so far. Obviously, some of it is just because of my genetics and the way my face is built up, but in this video, I'm gonna go through a really simple skincare routine that guys should be adopting. If you're not doing this, even if you're starting your teens or your 20s or your 30s, it's always better to start now rather than later. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Maybe a little panoramic. I did just shave, so it might be a little bit red from that, but I think it looks pretty good overall. So basically, when it comes to skincare, for guys especially, I think there's kind of a stigma around it. Taking care of yourself is not something anyone should be ashamed of. Lots of people do it, especially like anyone in the modeling or fitness industry. A lot of these people do have normal skincare routines. It's completely fine and great for you to do, and it's also a good habit to get into that's going to keep you looking your best, feeling confident, and that way living your best life. A couple things kind of out the gate here. Of course, how you're eating is going to affect a lot of what your skin looks like. If you feel and eat like garbage, you're likely going to reflect that. So people who have bad acne could be because of their diet. So always lots of fruits and vegetables to keep yourself feeling healthy, and that's going to reflect in your skin as well. Also going to depend a lot on potentially your genetics, how old you are, if you're on PEDs or not. That tends to be something that does increase acne reception. So people who tend to have like back and chest acne, it's almost always a sign of PED use. Can also just be because of like bad genetics again, or some sort of skin condition if they have an allergy to something they've been taking for medication. There's lots of different reasons. That's why things like Accutane have become really, really popular. This is just purely going to be a skincare routine that most people can adopt without breaking the bank to do so as well. So a couple things, like I said, diet is going to be really important. Also, something that I think goes underrated is actually cleaning your sheets and washing your sheets more often. You don't think that guys, especially if you're wearing hair gel or some kind of hair product every single day, then you go to bed at night and you're laying down on your pillow with that product still in your hair, and then you sleep on that same pillow all night, which is potentially oily or some kind of product that your skin is just being rubbed against all night long, and that can be a reason for breakouts and cause a lot of problems with your skin. So I recommend at least once a week to wash your pillowcases. Pretty simple. I usually do it on Sundays. It's kind of like a reset to get myself ready for the coming week. Okay, so when it comes to like skincare, pretty simply, there's only a few things you really need. I have tried pretty much every expensive brand, from all kinds of random products to toners to face washes to moisturizers to eye creams to lip creams to exfoliants to scrubs to face masks. I've kind of tried it all, and I think one of the things that's important to understand is everyone has kind of a different skin type and a different way they're going to react to different products in the market. I've done Proactive, I've had like La Roche-Posay, Vichy, like some of the more expensive brands. I've also tried like L'Oreal and like Olay and like more of like the drugstore style of brands that are a little bit cheaper. And honestly, it kind of depends on the product. I've had good reactions to some and I've had bad reactions to others. Things like retinol that are a lot more harsh, people tend to have more aggressive reactions to it. So with anything, I generally recommend purchasing the smallest size possible. That way, if you do have some sort of breakout or your skin doesn't react very well to it, you're not like out a bunch of money. So generally like try some of these basic products. You'll also see they come in like oily, dry, sensitive, or all skin type of products. So generally recommended something that does support all skin types. That way you're not like excluding what you need to do. So first things first, you generally want a face wash of some kind. So I have two here. This is La Roche-Posay. Like I said, if your budget's a little bit higher, something like this can be worth it to have. Now I actually bought this and I used it for about a year. This is like the Toleriane Dermal Cleanser Foaming Face Wash. And I actually used it for a year. My skin looked amazing. And then the last few months, for some reason, I guess I had some kind of reaction to it, or it just hasn't been treating my skin very well. And I started to get actually pretty bad breakouts. So I've taken this out of my rotation. And one of the brands you'll see a lot of is the CeraVe, which is actually a lot more affordable as well. And they have all kinds of different styles. This is like the SA cleanser that's meant to be with like salicylic acid, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is like one of the most recommended ones if you read up on skincare routines and like skincare blogs, that kind of thing. This one actually is really, really soft on my skin, and I've found it has treated me very well. My skin, I don't think, has ever looked as good as it has using this. So pretty much you want to use a foaming face wash or some kind of cleanser every single morning and night, so twice a day. I usually do it in the morning before I go to the gym. I don't shower per se before the gym, that doesn't really make sense, but if I'm going to the gym, I don't want to be working out with like a dirty face and let that oil like that's been building up over the night where I'm sleeping, like working itself into its pores. So I'd rather clean my face, get that ready to go, and then when I come back, I'm gonna have a shower anyways. I won't use the face wash again in the shower, but just naturally showering, you're gonna clean your face, and then I'll put sunscreen on after that. So using a cleanser morning and night is really, really important before you go to sleep and right after you wake up. Second thing is sunscreen. Now sunscreen is probably the most important thing you should have in your skincare routine. This is again a CeraVe really light 30 SPF. Generally, anything over 30 SPF doesn't really do too much of a difference. You're getting about 95% of the effectiveness based off of 30 SPF. I have a 50 that has like a skin toner built into it. That's what I use like on vacation if I'm somewhere in like the Caribbean or somewhere really hot that's really sunny. I also find it kind of gives my skin like a nice balance and a glow to it that tends to help when I'm getting tan anyways. That way, but even though if I have a lot of SPF on my face, I'm not getting very tan on my face, but my body is, it can kind of match that tan. So every single day you should be using sunscreen after your face wash. It's super, super important and probably the most important thing to keeping your skin looking young and not having any issues in the long run. That's why I don't think I have really any sun damage on my face, don't have like crow's feet, don't have anything like that, because I've worn sunscreen pretty much every single day for the last like 5 to 6 years. That's when I really started to take my skincare seriously. Now a couple optional things I've used. This is like a face scrub. Again, this is La Roche-Posay, so it's a little bit expensive. Something like this is useful to use like once a week just to kind of get any dead skin off of your face and like get yourself reset and ready to go. Again, I do this on Sundays when I'm like cleaning my apartment, doing my sheets. I'll do like a face scrub, you know, have a shower, and then just like kind of chill the afternoon. I think it's a good way to do it. Generally, you only want to do it like once or twice a week. And then something like vitamin C serum is also super, super popular. This one's off of Amazon. I did have a La Roche-Posay one before that worked a little bit better, I think, for my skin. So that's probably what I'm gonna switch back to. But I bought this when I was in Argentina, so I didn't have actually access to the La Roche-Posay catalog, so I kind of had to make do with what I was doing down there. So the SPF in the morning, and then you generally want a nighttime moisturizer as well. This is again a La Roche-Posay brand that I really, really like. It tends to kind of help my face with any sort of inflammation or damage that's happened during the day. It heals overnight, and then I look like really fresh and looking really clean in the morning, let's say. And then finally, you want some sort of eye product that you can use. I generally use the same kind morning and night. I actually recently been using this one. This is the Ordinary, which is like one of the most recommended eye products available, and it's been absolutely amazing. I've only been using it like a month or so, and my eyes have been like noticeably less puffy, less bags under them, more like fresh and younger looking. So I highly, highly recommend this. It's not too expensive either, and it seems like it's gonna last a long time. I also use this second sort of 24-hour hydration eye cream. I don't know if it's legible. Very small, very small writing, but this is from La Roche-Posay as well. So I use a combination of this. I'll use this one at night. I think this is like a reparative sort of nighttime eye cream. So as you're looking at the actual names of the products and what they do, you generally want to have one for the morning. I use that. That's the Ordinary because it has caffeine in it. That way it's going to help me look fresher, look brighter, look better for the day. And then I use this one as a restorative cream at night. So generally getting into that routine of washing your face every single morning, putting on sunscreen after, washing your face at night, putting on sort of a repair or restorative cream at night. It's gonna help you look better in the morning after you've slept on that. And then using some combination of eye cream. These two are ones that I would recommend, but again, you can look on like Amazon or even just like Googling best eye creams for nighttime or for puffy eyes or whatever, and choose which is in your budget and you think is gonna be a good tester. And again, like I said, don't buy the biggest portion you can, try and buy the smallest one available, see how your skin reacts to it. But that generally is like my recommendation for keeping a skincare routine. Hopefully it shouldn't be too complicated. Like I said, I have everything from toners to like volcanic spray on my face to face masks to like 4 different kinds of moisturizers. Like I've tried a lot of different stuff, and I think like keeping it simple has been the best for me. That's made my skin look the healthiest and look the youngest. So hopefully this video was useful. I know it's a little bit off the cuff from what I usually talk about, but I think it's important, especially nowadays where guys are taking care of themselves. So this is something that hopefully you are already doing, but if not, this should give you at least a head start to where you should be going. So hopefully this video was useful. If it was, feel free to leave a like or comment in the section below. It always helps the algorithm. But as always, my name is Alex. Welcome back to Lifting Nomad. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.